Round 3 now will start unfolding here in the afternoon in Portugal. It's a very good afternoon from the old world of Europe. The Cascais Women's Pro Stop 8 on the Samsung Galaxy Championship Tour now moves into a free surf approach for round 3. This is that exhibition round where we see the best of the remaining people that have not fallen out of round 2. Winners from round 1 all regrouping here at round 3. I'm Giggsy alongside my favorite strider, Wazalewski. What are you making of this big heat? Big one on paper. Tatiana, Weston-Webb, Johanne, Defay, Alessa, Quizon. Let's get going.
Yes, it's on. Let me tell you, they're going to get, the conditions seem to be even getting better and better. We got 9-point rides going down in the last heat. I think, you know, this day unfolding really well for the women, having the conditions, the waves, sun is out. Right around the corner came these beautiful glassy conditions. So we've been blessed. Let's see if these ladies...
Surf line showing a steady swell throughout this day 1 of competition, and wasting no time, Tatiana Weston-Webb will attack on the backhand, coming off that round 1 win, taking out big numbers with that backhand approach. She uses it now to get going in round number 3. And as I say that, what do they call that? The commentator's curse, Strider. Yeah.
I mean, she can work her way even higher. The way she's surfing, the way she's got so much spring, I mean, she's got a lot going on here, Giggs.
Well, the other thing that she's got going on, Strider, is wave number 2. Tatiana Weston-Webb, slightly smaller wave now. She'll keep it moving. Nice big punctuation turn at the end. And she'll pin drop off to get 2 waves onto her scorecards. Judges will be owing us those 2 scores now.
100%, looking like she came to play, which I love to see out of her right off the bat. And there was Johanne Defay on another wave.
So Defay also work rate here early on. We've seen the girls in sometimes unpredictable conditions here trying to bank opening scores real quickly and then build upon that as quick as possible. 517 and a 4 for that total of a 917. So look for much more from your athlete in red. And Johanne Defay at this stage, 2 scores to make up a 6.1. And here we go. Our young surfer from Reunion Island. Inside right-hander. Oh, and that little junction came down the track at her and she backed out of it. Meanwhile, second wave of the set now in the sparkling afternoon light. Tatiana Weston-Webb. Already a big maneuver, and that's a big squared up one. Can she hang on? The answer is yes. And that is a big statement turn from Tati right there.
Boom. Let me tell you, that was, you saw.
That's in the highlight reel.
We saw Johanne kick out, okay? I think she kicked out because she didn't like the fact that she was about to have to deal with what was coming at her. And then Tatiana just squared up.
Simply did deal with what came at her.
Got right into it. Here we go, Alessa.
Meanwhile, further up the beach to the right-hand side of the lineup, offerings from Alessa, Quizon, and that's looking like a nice little sequence there, combination. She'll hold it together and get her scorecard ticking as we move inside of 20 minutes remaining now. Great momentum builder. We'll look for more from Tatiana Weston-Webb now way out front in the seat. You can see requirements are in the big numbers for both Defay and Quizon. And here we go with Johanne. Young Johanne Defay, of course, 2 championship tour wins to boast about. One of them at stop 5 at the Fiji Open. And as we say that, she just grinds the beach break duty here, squares up that turn. Slopey right-hander, she's using that. Again, first wave of the set. And as I say that, I kind of contradict myself because not a lot of other waves in that set. And let's have a look at the big score here that came from Tatiana.
Well, beautiful opening turn up into the bowl. And this was the one, straight up, blam, sends it with the lip out over the flats. And as you connect at the bottom of that wave, this is where the key comes in. Hitting it hard, coming over with it, hitting the bottom while the water is exploding back up under your board. You almost use that with force. So force to force, it cushions itself. It's almost a balance of opposites, and then you click on to riding out in front of it. So definitely great execution by Tatiana, and then Alessa with the 5. Nice little opening sweep right there. A little wobbly here, but definitely some good surfing on the end. Finished little combo, and comes away with a completion.
So Alessa Quizon will go into the 5-point category with that score. What are you thinking of Defay here? We're waiting for a number to come from the judging panel for this.
I think she surfed the wave as well as she could have. The wave not really allowing her what she wanted. Kind of stagey, two-stage cutbacks, kind of a two-stage top turn. So definitely not into an excellent range score of any means, or even good. Probably right in a mid-range.
Which is our stop 6 on the Samsung Galaxy Championship Tour, the Women's Tour, the US Open of Surfing. And here we go, Tatiana again. Tight electric response. Sweeps that cut back to the link to the inside. Lashes out. And so it'll be 3 offerings as far as the maneuver count goes.
Really, really hard to do in conditions that are very unpredictable. So you can see as she glides into this wave, straight off the bottom, bang, into the top right there. Another turn right away, sweeping back into the corner. Then having to find the inside again, finding a moment, bang, right up into the bowl again, into the power pocket. So just really unpredictable surf, but very strong, confident surfing on conditions like that, which is not easy to do out here, and she's pulling that off, and I love the fact that she's doing it with some confidence. There's definitely something different going on.
Well, one of 2 goofy footers. Now the other one, Alessa Quizon, picks up that left-hander. We've seen big numbers come out of the steeper faces, listening to Pete Mel and Rosie earlier, talking about the opportunities on the steeper face, and Alessa Quizon has done a great job here of linking that left-hander. She's down the beach by herself. And we'll pull back on that shot maybe and just give you a reference of where she is in the big landscape of this lineup here in Ginshu.
Yeah, she's way down by the other surfers. That's on the other side of the rocks that we were seeing earlier on this morning when we were looking at the lineup from the very south end looking north. So she's at this gigantic playing field. And she's way down to the north of the setup here, which is.
So we'll review the number crunch after that score comes in for Alessa Quizon. Meanwhile, keeping our eye on the action here as Johanne Defay locks in, using that priority. A little bit of a better face now. Is there a lip line? Well, it's an open, ragged turn for Johanne. Another strong maneuver. Love that piece that we aired earlier during Dawn Patrol of this young Johanne Defay and her work rate, her application to her career choice, being a professional surfer, ticking all the boxes.
Definitely surfed way better than she has throughout this heat so far. As you can see, she comes off the bottom, right up into the bowl. Almost a little hiccup on the top of that one, but then her next 3 turns, nice, beautiful turn right there. Good power flow back into the bowl, another one, and then she throws down another turn right here. So really great surfing for her, and finishes with a little tap off the top. So, again, I think the flow could have been a little bit better, but the best surfing she's done in this heat so far.
We are pretty much west facing here, very exposed. So the fact that we have no wind means there is 0 in the greater area, as Defay will now look to attack requirements. Almost repeating what she's already posted. And in fact, that wave is a fader, and so will that score be in the bigger picture of the heat. There's your numerical blocks, top left of screen. Requirements for Defay, a 6.24, a much steeper face to climb for Alessa Quizon. She's got to go into the excellent category. No one's gone above an 8. You see Tatiana, Weston-Webb, 7.83 there as the highlight of the heat. Here's an inside track for Johanne Defay now. Squares it up and will ditch. And another incomplete Strider. So putting a little pressure on is Johanne. She knows she's well within strike range, a 6.24. It's in that good category. She's already bettered that. She's gone into the 7s.
Tatiana and
That's
Defay
being posted thus far,
were
right?
posting,
yeah,
because that is just, they were just surfing
well,
stronger heats. So we'll see if she can do it here.
Using that priority, big backhand smack. This is easily on the way to the best for Alessa Quizon. So smart decision, tight little pivot there, and she'll ditch with a little over 1 minute to play. And
You know,
Alessa Quizon, well, she'll shake
so
a far,
close,
right?
so close to what she needed right there. Just the finish, right, wasn't what she wanted. The first turn was great. Go ahead, take it, Gigs.
Well, we're following live action as one of our two goofy footers, now Weston-Webb, will fall in that attempt. Of course, Weston-Webb, the heat leader. And we're quizzing that requirement of Alessa Quizon. Big backhand smack. We'll bring that replay to you shortly. We are clock watching here as we move down to 10 seconds. And of course, a set rolling through the lineup. So we haven't keyed up our replay just yet. And keeping a close eye on a last possible option here.
Anything can happen in the dying seconds, as you can see, and you never know. Alessa could get the score. It's up to those 5 judges over there in the tower.
As it always is, Strider. On screen, Tatiana Weston-Webb posting a 7.83. Let's have a re-look at this. This is an important score.
Beautiful wave off the bottom, straight up into the bowl. So great first maneuver. Second turn, nice sweep right there, and then a little jam in there to finish it off. Definitely her best wave of the heat by far.
All right. So
waiting for those scores to drop now.
And it's going to check in. 6.67, Strider. It is short of the requirement. You and I are not on the judging panel. And that's why we're in the booth, right?
Well, we did call it. I didn't think she was going to get it, but I think great effort out of her. Definitely the best wave she had for the heat so far, and she finally started attacking the wave. She got rewarded a higher score than she had throughout the entire heat, so that's what we need more of out of Alessa. She'll hopefully go back, watch the tapes, realize that she needs to start being a little more aggressive and come away with a higher score.
Yep, Tatiana Weston-Webb gets the advancing slot into the quarterfinals.